Talking out of my ass. Number 33. This is my 33rd talking from my shitty fucking motherfucking asshole. Gotta record this fucking shit all over again. Pull up the fucking notes. I am an antichrist. And I am an anarchist. If you know what I know and you know what I mean. I want to be an anarchy. That'd be an ode to the Sex Pistols. As I cough my fucking voice box out of my fucking throat. The bloody fucking mess. The mess of whatever vocal cords that I managed to fucking trash over the fucking years. Through a long stint with marijuana. And Jesus Christ, I don't know if I was addicted, but I don't even know if you can get addicted by marijuana, but I sure was trying. Shit, I would like my fucking roommate, he was like a drug dealer. Small time as you get, man. Like he had one of those weights for your thumb. I don't know if you ever seen that. He had like a fucking a scale for his thumb. He stuck on his finger to measure out how many ounces he was giving to his customers and shit, right? So he was just selling in like half ounces and shit, right? It wasn't big time. I don't know where his supply was from. But anyways, I trying to fucking look for little buds on the floor and shit, try to smoke the shit, right? I was fucking stupid, man. I would get like, I'd tear off like matchbook covers and roll that up as a joint. So I'd be sucking in all that fucking chemicals and shit from the ink on the fucking matchbook cover. And whatever fucking chemicals they use to make the fucking cardboard for the matchbook cover. And then on top of it, I just smoked the fucking the weed that was on the floor. And that guy had some nasty ass fucking like cruddy looking, shitty looking feet, man. Like fucking toenail fungus up the fucking yin yang and shit, right? That's how I got my toenail fungus. I still got toenail fungus in my fucking toes. Fucking like 25 years later from living with this dude. I got it from his fucking nasty fucking feet. So I'd be smoking weed that he'd be walking barefoot on from this floor. Trying to look for buds and shit. That's what kind of fucking, I get, if that ain't a weed addict, I don't know what the fuck was. I'm surprised I'm not dead. I think I might have brain damage from all that shit. So my deal, my routine was I'd find the weed or whatever, and then I'd fucking go play Nintendo 64 and go to this place called AJ's. It was over on Broadway and I don't know, Ardmore. So you used to go in there, you get like $4. You can get a $4 like cheeseburger and fries plus a drink. So I go in there fucking high. I send my buddy over there. He was like my assistant. The guy who saved me from the cop in the fucking bus. He was like my assistant. He was like my, whatever that assistant, the Don Quixote. Pepe or whatever the fuck that dude's name was. Yeah, he was like my Tonto, my Lone Ranger and shit. So I get high and fucking send him over with a couple bucks to give me like a hot dog special. I think it was like $2. You get 2 hot dogs, fries, and a drink. That's that weed laugh you're listening to. Fucking weak little fucking, I don't know what kind of laugh. It's so fucking weak and debilitated, isn't it? I used to be a real fucking burnout, you know? Shit. Turn this fucking heat off. So, I don't know, I got on that shit. Full bozo on my bald head. I don't know. Sounds good. Don't know what the fuck that note means, though. Yeah, here's the new trend. Make reality shows off of fat people. They got My 600-Pound Life. They got My So-Called Fat Life. Then they got the shows where they make them lose weight and shit. What is that? The fucking, what is that? For the guy, like the guy with the fucking, that fucking serial killer twinkle in his eyes and shit. He's like real uppity and fucking happy-go-lucky and shit. Come on, guys, run! You could do it. That dude, I don't know what it is. Fucking, I don't know. They got his show. He's trying to make them lose weight, and now they got the show where they lose the weight, and now they gotta fucking get all that extra skin sloughed off, cut off and shit, right? Carry all that extra skin, you know, off like on a gurney or some shit, you know? Sew that shit back up, you know, from where they cut the skin off, the extra skin after they lose all the fucking weight and shit. They got that show now. Once they lose it. It's called Skin Tight. I don't know. I think they should come up with a new reality show for the fat people. You know, like saying, you know, with all the extra skin gets its own fucking reality show. All the skin they cut off from fucking Skin Tight, they should do a reality show about that skin. I figure milk these fat people for all their fucking work, you know. You run the full gamut, the full life cycle of the fat. You know? I don't know. They use the extra skin to, I don't know, lampshades maybe? Do a little Holocaust move there. Make some lampshades out of the fucking fat people's skin. Their extra skin. You make a parachute out of that fucking skin or so much. I don't know, leather goods. They can make some leather goods, like a belt out of that fat people's skin. And then the products will be made in a fucking sweatshop, right? And so the extra skin is being made into like a fucking cowboy hat or some shit, right? But then it's a sweatshop, right? So you got like whatever Chinese workers working, you know, 15-hour days to belt out these fucking fat people belts and shit, right? So you do a reality show about them fucks, right? Them fucking sweatshop workers, China and shit, right? And then one stands out from the crowd. Maybe it's a woman who's like, you know, extra beautiful or some shit for a Chinese person. Yeah, and she gets her own reality show. So it just keeps going and going. These fat, the fat, it just keeps, it never goes away. It just keeps getting spread around, you know. It has like it's like a never-ending life cycle of that fucking fat, man. I mean, you could take it so many places to infinity, man. It could spawn. It could just spawn like a whole network, like a whole fucking like 67 channels, like fat people fucking related shows and shit, right? Like I should talk. I'm fucking pretty much overweight myself. I guess I milked that dry. Yeah, I get my little 2 cents out of the fucking fat people, out of their fat. Even the worst poker player can win with the best card. Or what? Yeah, even the worst poker player can win with the best cards. Yeah, that's true. I guess that was supposed to be an analogy to, I don't know, writing, story writing. Yeah, I've always said, you know, you can have all the technique in the fucking world, but if you don't have a story, fuck it, you got shit. That's what I'm saying. You know, even the worst poker player in the world can win with the best cards. You need some raw material, you know? Like on Top Chef, you know? They always wheel out some fucking, you know, tray of fucking cow guts or fucking chicken dicks or some shit, right? And they're like, make this shit taste good. Right? And the Top Chef's got to be like, oh, okay. Throw a little salt, a little pepper, I don't know. What do they do? Marzipan or some shit on that fucking pile of fucking whatever, you know, bull testicles or whatever the fuck they're trying to cook. Yeah, make this pile of cow shit taste good. Oh, okay, let me I'll put a little gravy on that shit. Tastes right, fix it right up. Yeah, you need some raw material, you know, to put your technique to. That's what I'm saying. You need a good story for it. I need a good story at least. Some, you know, I need some fucking, I need raw material to fashion these fucking stories. I just can't pull them out of my head. You know, sometimes I get lucky, you know. Well, those are few and far between. Those are like royal flushes and shit, you know. Those ones that just pop up out of your fucking head. It's like hitting a royal flush or a full house or some shit. Quads. Most of the time you're making money off the low pairs, you know, the medium pairs. The top pair with the fucking low kicker and shit. Right? You know, so I gotta do like autobiographical shit. I mean, I could turn it into something like a story with the beginning and a end and a middle and all that shit. But I don't have the creativity to fucking, that much creativity to fucking, you know, pop that off, pull that off. I need to listen to good music to write. That's true, I guess I do. It inspires me, you know. It inspires me because, like, I'm like, damn, this shit sounds real fucking good, man. This music. You know, it inspires me to actually, you know, achieve, to make halfway decent writing. At least in my mind. In a more, I don't know. In a more learned fucking ear, or a more learned mind, you know, somebody has been reading their whole fucking life, read all the greats, and they read my little shitty ass fucking piece of shit stories. Yeah, they come off reading my shit, and, you know, it's like, wow, this guy's a real fucking ignorant motherfucker of writing, right? But I'm just saying, at least, you know, it sounds halfway decent to me, you know. I'm reading this first draft, and, you know, it's just like my story. And, you know, it's coming off okay, you know. It's flowing at least. There are a lot of holes, though, missing. A lot of fucking holes. Gotta fill in a lot of gaps, you know. Ah, shit. This is gonna be a long one. I don't know, I'm getting bored. Just fucking listen to myself talk. Oh boy. Yeah, so you think I'm bad? I'm always talking about con jobs, right? Gave you a little pointer about how to con people, right? So, you know, you think I'm fucking bad? I worked in some fucking telemarketing places where the real con men are at. You know, those fuckers taking, like, donations for, like, retarded kids over the phone and shit. Some fucker gets on the phone with you. You don't know him from fucking nowhere, right? You're just calling up out of the blue. He starts asking you for fucking money. For, like, retarded kids or fucking, the police fucking fund donation. The widowed police fund donation. Or some shit, right? Those people aren't even offering anything fucking in return. Nothing but a fucking, like, a sticker or some shit, right? That you put on your back bumper or some shit. That says, you know, Fraternal Order of Police on their back bumper and shit, right? And they're fucking pulling down, you know, thousands of fucking dollars a night. I've seen that dude. That's the real con man. I ain't shit. That dude will fucking con you. I ain't even 25% of that shit. That dude's the real con man. I've seen fuckers like call these fucking businesses up with radio ads and shit. You know, sit there and sweet talk the fuck out of these fucking business owners. And these business owners will sit there and turn around and fucking write them like a $2,000 check. A $1,000 check for like 15 seconds of radio time. Mixed in with the fucking, like a stay in schools message. And at the end they say, this message is brought to you by such and such fucking chump, you know? Chump business owner. Remember, kids, to stay off drugs. And this message is brought to you by, I am a chump, you know, fucking liquor store. Those guys are the real fucking con man. I ain't shit compared to that. You listen to my voice, are you gonna give me a fucking $1,000 check to fucking help save the retarded kids? No, man, I sound like a fucking con man. I sound like a con man. That's my problem. Whatever. The demagoguery of liberals. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even know what demagoguery means. I might have known it one time. I forgot about it. I forgot the definition. But anyways, you know how fucking liberals are so fucking are so quick to fucking attack you and shit. They hear you. They hear like the smallest, not even the slightest nudge of fucking whatever. Maybe even a question about what the fuck is going on. Whatever. You see two dudes walking down the street and they're holding hands. You know. You say something. Some liberal catches it. You know, hears that and goes like, "Well, why are you like homophobic? Why?" And they started like you know, probing you and shit, right? Are you this? Do you believe in gay sex? Do you believe guys should suck a dude's dick? You know. And if you say anything contrary, you know, if you say anything negative about that shit, holy shit! Well, does that give them a fucking just an opportunity to lay into you with their fucking liberal bullshit, right? I mean, the Nazis were bad. The liberals even worse, you know. If they had a choice, they'd fucking fire you. They'd fucking line you up in front of a firing range and shoot your ass. Because maybe you say something. Like that's what happened to me in that fucking Second City improv class. I don't know. I might have said a little something. I might have joked about the gays a little bit. Just a little aside, you know. But then all of a sudden I was lined up on the firing line and shit. You know? Boy, they were out for blood for my fucking ass, right? I had some fucking skinny arm fucking fat dude, right? You know that skinny arm fat gut look? I don't know. I forgot what they call it. I think they call it fucking skinny fat or some shit. That dude, he was like mouthing like motherfucker, you know? Trying to make me out to be like I'm a fucking homophobe and shit, right? Which I'm not. I don't give a fuck about the gays. Do whatever the fuck you want. Stick a gerbil up your ass. I don't give a fuck. Stick whatever the fuck you want up your ass. It's your asshole. Oh, the Middle East, yeah. Anybody who thinks we're pulling out of the fucking Middle East is fucking severely fucking wrong. Whatever. We fucking took Saddam out of power. Now the fucking shithole is fucking destabilized over there. Yeah. And now we got to be up there for the rest of whatever eternity. Just like we're out in fucking Europe, you know. We're gonna be in Europe for the rest of fucking eternity because we don't want another World War III. You know what? Those extremist fucking terrorists, those Muslim terrorists, whatever the fuck they were, they were asking for it, man. They should have just left us the fuck alone. Now we gotta be over there and shit. You know, I don't even know, was there a right way to go about doing that shit? You know, supposedly it was for oil, but I think a lot of it had to do with, you know, revenge. You know, you fuck with us, now we fuck with you. Now in your fucking country for the next, whatever, couple millennia, 3,000 years, you know. That's the way it works. Maybe it wasn't the right move, maybe. I don't even know what the fucking right move. We took Saddam out of power. We destabilized the whole fucking the region, man. If we could have, we should have just left Saddam in power, man. But you know, a lot of people died over there. I don't know. It's fucked up, you know. What the fuck, you know? Now we got to be over there for the next whatever. I don't know how many thousands of years. Before the internet. Well, yeah, before the internet, it was like living in the caves. It was like literally you're a Neanderthal, you know, eating bugs off the ground and shit before the internet. And for like the first 26 years of my life, I was living without the internet. If you didn't know something, you would have to stay ignorant until you went to the library. And figured it out. I don't know. At least there wasn't all this porn around. At least porn wasn't so available. I think it's done something to this fucking country. Porn so readily available. Cheapens the pussy, you know. I'm not saying, you know, pussy should be that expensive or that overpriced, but I'm just saying, you know, it's fucking, it's pretty much devalued pussy the internet has. I don't know, maybe I want to stick something. I might stick my dick in a, you know, a warm, soft hole that's, that's somewhat valuable. Makes me feel better about myself, like I've accomplished something, you know. I don't know what the fuck that meant. Man, I'm really having trouble fucking maintaining the energy throughout this fucking podcast. Writing is my best format. Yeah, well, I'm a real piece of shit. I don't know, I'm fucking anxious and shit. I'm nervous and shit. Always looking over my shoulder. When I start writing, I sound like I'm a very confident man, right? Out on the streets, I'm fucking looking over my shoulder, paranoid and shit. Like yesterday, I was fucking hungry and shit. I was going through the store. I kept looking over my shoulder at people. Right? I went to the bank. Fucking, I thought some guy was fucking looking at me and shit crazy. Because as I was exiting the store, he was sitting there looking at me and shit. And I kept looking at him. I even craned my neck a little backwards to fucking keep my gaze on him as he was looking at me and shit. Then I ate something, I felt a little better. Wasn't so paranoid. Latchkey kid lost. What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. Latchkey kid lost. I was a stupid little latchkey kid. Like, I would take my only fucking means of finding shelter and food. My keys, basically, you know, the lifeblood of me when I was a kid. I would start, like, chucking my keys up in the air, like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet in the air, and I would let them drop in this fucking field of grass. So I'd have to go, like, searching around for these fucking keys for, like, a good hour or so. And I would have so much confidence in myself, I just kept throwing the fucking keys in the air, you know? I kept fucking... kept looking for the fucking keys, man. I kept throwing the fucking keys in the air like a dumbass. Like a stupid fucking little fucking shift-brained kid, man. I'll throw my keys in the air, let them drop to the fucking field of grass, and have to like, go through this fucking... You know, the grass wasn't that high, it was about 3 or 4 inches. But still, it's a bitch trying to find these fucking keys. And I'll continue to fucking do that. Lose my fucking keys. Fuck, how did I fucking survive when I was a kid, man? I was fucking stupid shit for brains. I remember when I was living this, when I was at my fucking at my mom's friend's house, you know. Sometimes my cousin would, like, he was an older guy, he's about 30. You know, he would watch me, so-called watch me, be my babysitter and shit. But all he would do was just, like, buy a 24-case pack of beer and just drink, like, half of that shit and just pass out and shit, right? On the couch while the TV's blaring. And, like, you know, like, we had these fucking heaters in this apartment, man. It was, like, full-on propane flame or full-on natural gas flame. It acted like it was like a fucking oven almost, right? You know, you had to spark it up and shit. You put the gas on, if you spark it up, and then the thing, the whole fucking, it was like, it ran up the side of the wall. It was about 2 feet wide by about 6 feet tall. Like this metal grate, you know, built into the fucking wall with like a natural gas pipe, you know, and like a fucking, like a broiler. It was like a big broiler on the side of your fucking head. Side of your wall and shit, right? So I'd pull this grate open, right? And I'd start fucking with the flame and shit, right? I'd be like setting fires and shit with like little pieces of paper and shit, right? While my cousin actually, is like passed out on the fucking couch after fucking getting blasted with fucking Milwaukee's Best or some shit. That's how stupid I was. I was a fucking retard when I was a kid. Complete fucking moron. I don't even know I'm fucking alive today. And here's another case of my stupidity. I fell on my head one time from a 4-foot drop, you know. I was living in this apartment building. They had this carport, right? Which is basically just a fucking garage without a door. A garage door you just pull in. You know, it's got some shelter. And it's got these storage areas that are suspended in the air. They're like nailed to the fucking wall. They're about, I don't know, 4 feet by 10 feet. It's like attached to the back of the wall. It's stuck up. It's like a big a cabinet. It's like a big cabinet with like a big ass fucking door. The door's about, I don't know, 4 feet by 4 feet wide on these fucking these cheap ass hinges and shit. So me and my friends, we'd play hide and go seek, and I would hide in these fucking little storage units, suspended in the air, 4 feet above the air, right? And one time my fucking friend found me, and he shocked me so much, like he scared the fuck out of me. He just like paralyzed me and shit with fear. And I lost my fucking balance and shit. And what I do, I fall like to the ground head first, and I just dunk right on the fucking hard garage concrete floor, right? Dunk, I made that sound. Just full on. I should have been paralyzed at the fucking, I should have been paralyzed easily. I should have cracked my fucking neck opener, you know, busted a couple of vertebrae, you know, severed my spine or some shit. But I just walked off. I fucking, it didn't even hurt. I felt square in the top of my fucking head. It took a 4 feet fucking dive from the storage unit onto the hard concrete floor, the garage floor. And then we bop, a dunk, my fucking head went, right? Right on top of my fucking head, square on top of the fucking my head. And nothing happened. I didn't cry, I didn't feel any pain. I didn't suffer any fucking, like, trauma or some shit. I don't even know how the fuck I'm alive, man. Waking dreams. Yeah, so when I was a kid, right, I had this fucking waking dream, right? This guy, or not this guy, I don't know what it was, demon, I don't know, my own mind, basically, my hallucination. A waking dream technically is when your body's still stuck in the unconscious state, and your mind is like slowly waking up out of the unconscious state and like transitioning to the conscious state. You know, that subconscious is like, you know, full on blown, taking over your fucking mind, right? When you're sleeping. And then you transition to the conscious world, you know? Where your peripheral nervous system takes over and shit. Anyways, you know, I was in that state. I was in that transition So I wake up, right? My body's paralyzed, you know? My body isn't awake, but my mind is, right? And I'm still like, you know, semi in a dream state, right? So I start kind of like half hallucinating, half awake. And I hear this fucking voice in my fucking head. Where that? Like a fucking, like he was whispering, like this voice. Where that? And scared the shit out of me. And I couldn't move. I was fucking still. I was fucking paralyzed. All this fucking demon was in my ear and shit. Where that? And, you know, I finally forced my fucking body out of fucking, back into consciousness. Struggling as I could. Fucking paralyzed there and shit. I ran in my fucking parents' room. My stepdad came into my room. I was like, man, this fucking dude was in my ear. He was talking to me and shit, right? My stepdad is fucking looking all around for somebody. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's nobody fucking here. I'm like, this fucking dude was in my ear. That happened to me like close to 38 years ago. I still remember it. I don't know. What was it like? Was it the fucking Miami picture, that fucking demon picture from the Exorcist movie in my fucking head, trying to talk to me, trying to possess me and shit? Chris Jones is the next Hitler. Yeah, these fucking YouTube fitness personalities. There's definitely fucking cult of personality about them. The cult of personality. Like Joseph Stalin and Mussolini is the cult of personality. I don't know who sung that song. Anyways, yeah, Chris Jones is the next Hitler. Why not? So it's the next logical step. One of these fucking fitness personalities starts running for like Congress and shit, becomes like, you know, the ultimate fucking like fascist leader of the world and shit. You see how people flock to him, them and their fucking muscles, right? People just eat their shit up. Hey, you know what? Today I'm gonna fucking do a YouTube video, me eating a fucking donut and shit, and you're gonna like it. I'm so fucking confident of my fucking self. That's how pretentious I am. That I know you're gonna fucking like it. Watching me eat this Krispy Kreme or some shit, right? Yeah, why not? If people are watching them fucking eat donuts and pizza and shit, why not have one of those fuckers, you know, run for political office and shit, see how far they can take it. Make a YouTube video out of that shit. Fucking people are such sheep, they'll fucking, you know, as long as it's easy to take down, as long as it's easy to digest, people will sit there and fucking eat that shit right the fuck up, man. Here I am eating a pizza. Watch me. Well, I guess that if that isn't the fucking signifier of the end of the free world, I don't know what the fuck is. Anyways, that'll conclude my 33rd talking from my shitty fucking asshole. Good luck dying.